Emmanuel, God is with us. 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 Happy New Year, everybody! And I'm starting off the new year by taking care of my houseplants, or taking care of my mama's houseplants. This is a peace lily. We get most of our houseplants as gifts because a penny only goes so far, and although we love houseplants and such, when we are out there with our $20 bill going to make a purchase, it's just real difficult to us to think amongst all the needs of purchasing a plant to be in a house. Although recently I heard that since we are on quarantine, we all need to have quite a few house plants to add oxygen to the house, to get rid of toxins in the house. And this plant here, I know it as a peace lily, and it does pretty good with this overhead light like that. So I'm going to kind of fix her up a little bit. Now we're going to take it out this pot. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at those roots. This plant is like growing in water. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me show you this. Oh my goodness. And it's doing fine with the growing in the water through the dirt. And here's the water in the pot. I'm going to use that water to water other plants because there's probably a lot of nutrients in there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Thirsty and you're stinking. My goodness. So I pulled this out of the pot because, out of the decorative pot, because look at that. There's no dirt in that pot. Let me show you how far my hand can go in there. See? Not a drop of dirt. I have to go down 2 inches. So this plant has ate up all the dirt and has started to be an amphibian. So I'm just going to add some dirt to the pot and call it a day. This is my summer fly swatter. I keep it in the plant so if any bug comes in the kitchen, perchance. Sometimes you buy flour and stuff and it has bugs, and before you can throw it away, you got to fight a few of the enemies. But in any event, brand new year, brand new me, taking care of what the Lord has blessed me with. This is about gratitude. As you see, I'm not at the mall. I'm in my house. This plant has been here for years. And as you can see, sorry, peace lily, I have abused you. It flowers all the time. It's putting up with crap from me. But today, I'm going to fix that. So let me go take this stinky water and water other plants. As we can see, this plant in my area, it likes water. So putting that indoor potting soil on it that won't hold very much water, yeah, I don't see me doing that foolishness for this peace lily. So this is my regular old outdoor compost with the full chunks and everything. That holds water, and it has some living stuff in it that will break down even in the pot. Y'all see what I'm doing here. I'm outside. I'm just gonna stuff her, and then I'll just knock off the excess. I'm not giving her any food. I have some houseplant food, but this plant is a survivor. Look at all that soil over there. Let it cook there. I guess I could repot it, but I'm not going to, because I don't have another pot. I just have this. And right now, this is a part of my vlogs of avoiding the after Christmas and New Year party COVID spike. This is how I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing while other people are out there pining for their loved ones, you know, wanting to be with the ones they love. I understand. I happen to be a hermit. So, although I love you all, I ain't coming to visit. You know, not right now. You know, I might, you know, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna survive. I am a survivor. That's just who I am. I'm a hermit, but I'm also a survivor. I've survived a lot of things that other people didn't. I know this to be a fact. And so if you want to know how to survive, I anticipated a spike of people getting COVID during Thanksgiving because, you know, we have a culture of being very communal around the holidays. And I felt like after being in quarantine, we've been in quarantine for almost a year. So that's got to start taking its toll on people. And during the holiday times when our heartstrings tug even more than normal. Oh, look at that. There's a pocket. There's a pocket. Come on, girl. Help me help you. You know. Yeah. Okay. So, although this plant obviously doesn't need soil because it doesn't need water because there's no soil here. It's a bottomless pit for soil. This plant had eaten up all the soil. Yeah. So I knew it's going to be the holidays, and particularly since we have been doing Zoom funerals, you know, people are going to think, well, gosh, if this is my last Christmas, or if this is my last Thanksgiving, I want my family to see me before they can't see me. Who knows? You know, that's real talk. I can't deny that. Oh, there's another pocket. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. I've been neglecting you, and you've been just cleaning the air and keeping me safe. This plant gets rid of dry cleaning toxins, which I don't have because I'm not going to a job, so I'm not dry cleaning any clothes. You know, forget about that. But this plant will fight with that kind of stuff. This is a really, really tough plant. But in my area, which is Southern California, this plant needs water. So if I had the same plant in my garden, no, doesn't need any water when it's outside, and its roots can grow as deep as they need to and get down to the, I guess, the underground ocean or river. Once it can tap into that, she's fearless in a tropical or subtropical climate. You know, she doesn't need a lot of light. She flowers. She's beautiful. And she doesn't know how to act. She's never got this much attention. You know, she hasn't had dirt since she was given to us as a gift. Okay? Years ago. This plant is old. And it was in a place where it couldn't survive, and we moved it, and then it started surviving. It was determined to be a part of our life because it knew that a time like this would come when we would need it more than ever. Yep. So, and now I'm just going to take my fingers and press this soil into the plant because we don't know when I'll ever do this again. We just don't know. I could divide this plant, but I don't have a pot to put another plant in. And I'm barely taking care of this one, so why would I add a new spot to try to do that? Although I love this plant. I really do. What plant could look that good with no dirt? It was not being watered properly. And it's growing, but I guess it's growing in overhead light, so it's getting light kind of like sunlight. So it's getting, the only thing it was getting was the right amount of light. That was it. And it was like, okay, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm gonna just hang in there. I know life will be better. Almost all these new leaves, as you can see, are new from when I decided to start watering it. So it was growing in water, as you can see. And these roots that are hanging out the bottom of it, see, it's still got a lot of water coming out the bottom. So even though I put soil in there, I'm not going to add any new soil. I'm just going to let that be, and I'm not going to pull those roots. I figure it'll root prune. Yeah, I am not that doting plant owner, which is why I have plants like this. You know, that's why these are the plants I have. If you want to know how to take care of this plant, give it the right light. And if it droops, my God, water it, you know. And, you know, the light is the most important with this one. If you get the lighting right, it can droop. If you water it and it sucks up all the water in 2 or 3 days, it needs more water. Or you could put it in a bigger pot if you don't want to water more often. But this plant has been in this pot for maybe half a decade, and that is why there was no more dirt in the plant. And because I live in a dry, arid area, I don't use houseplant dirt, because that stuff I would have to water this plant every day, and it still might not be enough water, because the peace lily likes water when it is in a pot. It likes humidity. If it's outdoors, if you have this outdoors, you hardly need to water it, because it will actually drink the humidity from the air. But in a dry, arid house situation, you gotta water this bad boy. So now you know. For those of you who want a plant that will flower inside, this one is the most reliable one for you. It will take neglect, you know, as long as you give it the appropriate lighting.